Saturday Night. That's right. It's Smashmouth Saturday Night. And here we are at the Rabbit Hole in Albuquerque, New Mexico, as we watch a battle between Apex and Nexus West. Here in the booth tonight, it's your boy Skip Lloyd and smashing the Smashmouth not talking head, because Commissioner Back is out of commission for this evening, so you are with me flying solo. But we are live, and we've got a few keys to the game. For the Dukes, they've got to let Smokey cook. They've got to feed Neo Judkins, and they have got to use that pass rush. Meanwhile, the Sting expect Kyle Bayless to take some deep shots, expect them to disrupt the gaps and use those defensive tackles for some elite interior pressure. And with that, we are about to get underway. Buckle up, grab your drink and your popcorn or whatever else you got. It's a Valentine's Day edition of Smash Mouth. And of course, just like that, it's a touchback as they are led out onto the field by Kyle Bayless, a franchise quarterback if I've ever seen one. This kid out of UCF, well, he's not exactly a kid anymore, but he is certainly an elite QB who's got a gunslinger mentality. 1st and 10, under center for Bayless. Hands it off, getting the edge, a little bit of shifty shake, and that is going to get only a gain of 3 there. Like you said, Kyle Bayless, he's got a little bit of that gunslinger, mostly known as a field general, 8-year veteran, handing it off twice in a row here. And they are just going to see what they can do on the ground with these first few plays. Meanwhile, they're in the shotgun for 3rd and 4. Bayless has time, throws it, almost intercepted, swatted down. You can see Bayless certainly had a misunderstanding with the receiver there. They're going to have to punt. The punt is away, end over end. That's a deep one caught for a fair catch. And here come Smokey Smith and the Albuquerque Dukes. Mind you, they were Nexus Conference champions last year. Sort of a Cinderella darling run. And they are now starting fresh, wiping the slate clean, but they have really acquired some talent in the offseason. And they hand off to that talent right away. Handing the ball to the one, Neo Judkins, rookie out of Florida State, Heisman runner-up. Now they're going to go to a bit of a pistol look here. Smith handing it off again to Judkins, trying to find a little room off tackle, but cannot find it as he is brought down. That's going to be 3rd and 6. Drops back, he's got time, complete, no! Looked like he was going for Matt Reeves, but ultimately broken up by Rashard Spellman. Going to be trading punts here early. And the punt is away. This time we are going to get a little bit of a return, but a very little, as that is basically stopped after a game of just a couple there. Bayless coming back out for his second drive of the night. See if they can work anything different here. Remember, it's the second week, so starters are going to play about the first half. Bayless, shotgun set. Bringing his tight end out to the edge. Drops back, gets the screen. They've got some blocking. He turns it up inside, and that is good for a first down on the screen. Nice play call there. Sting wanting to move the ball. Staying under center, handing it off. He's got space, and he is flying up the gut. Nobody's going to touch him. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Walks it into the end zone. Touchdown. That's Michael Hyde with a huge run there. Incredible. The Sting screaming out to a lead on a long run there. Michael nowhere to hide for that defense. The Dukes not expecting to get gashed up the gut there on a two-play 71-yard drive. Outstanding for the Sting offense. And thanks to you for being here in the chat, as we're going to see a return from about 2 yards deep in the end zone. Not a great decision, as he's going to get stopped around the 15. Here comes Smokey Smith and company. Smokey's also in the chat tonight. Says, don't sleep on this team. Not sure if he's talking about the Sting or the Dukes. No one's sleeping on the Dukes. They maybe climbed too high, too close to the sun last season, and now they are marked as Judkins makes a shift behind the line and gets a gain of 9 after what looked like it was going to be a loss. Great run, great vision by Neo Judkins. Shotgun set on second down. Got Pollard out in the backfield, but instead he hits a receiver. I can't tell. Orlando Richards. Orlando getting the catch and the first down there. Smokey staying in the shotgun. Handed off to Neo. Finds a little more space, but gets whacked after a 4-yard pickup. This Sting defense, they hunt. They certainly are a team not to be trifled with. And they went 10-7 and made it to the divisional round last year. Smokey just gets that away before just barely avoiding a sack from the interior rush. We were talking about that in the keys to the game. Gotta get that interior rush blocked. They've got a rookie center for Albuquerque, Andrew Smith. Catches from Clint Snyder just short of the sticks. It's going to be 4th and inches at a very disadvantaged point of the field. So disadvantageous? I don't know. Either way, they're going to punt it away. It's up. And it's deep, but ultimately in through the end zone. Will Brackett just a little bit too much leg on that one, as the Sting are going to get another shot here. Now take a moment to admire these beautiful uniforms from our friends at the Boiled Frogs. This is the first year of the Pro League mod, as Michael Hyde has to duck for cover. And Hyde right there as he's brought down for a loss of 1 on the carry. Love this field texture, this Navajo weave pattern, really embracing the roots of Albuquerque. Some of the sharpest uniforms in the league on both sides of the ball. 3rd and 9 for Bayless, out of the shotgun. He's got a man to his left. He gets the completion and he's gone. 50, 40, 30, 20. Can he make it into foot race? 10-5, walk it in again. Touchdown. One if by land, one if by air. Do the Macarena as if you don't care. Danny Monroe absolutely breaks away from the defender here and takes it all the way to the house. Incredible. And that was Brian Moreland, the X-Factor cornerback that Danny Monroe was able to not only outmaneuver and out-leverage, but then shake off as he ran it all the way back. This Dukes defense gets gashed by 2 monster plays on back-to-back drives. Not at all what head coach GM Walt Shelby was expecting out of his team. They really hung their hat on defense last season, and they really added some more talent to that defense, especially in the secondary. 2 X-Factor cornerbacks, not looking like it right now. Let's see what Neo Judkins and company can do. You saw last week Neo had almost 120 yards on 25 carries, a strong performance which earned him a shot to start tonight. Hands it off to Pollard, getting a gain, Quentin Tomlinson, getting a gain of 4 there. They do have a couple good running backs on this team, so certainly you can imagine it's not all going to be Judkins this season, but in time, the one. He's getting stopped right there. 5 carries, 17 yards so far. It's still early. but he's got to find his footing. 3rd and 5 for Smokey Smith out of the shotgun. They've got a little bit of room if they're going to throw. Yep. Going to say something to the sticks, or right over the middle there. Hits big Clint Snyder, all 6'7" of him. Really hard to miss that target. You know Smith's going to be looking for him. Drops back again, fires it. Oh, must have had a little bit of a misread there, as Bo Bubba Williams in the chat says, gotta love seeing the Dukes losing. So not everybody in the chat necessarily pulling for the Nexus Conference champions. Smokey has time, finds his receiver over the middle, and that's Matt Reeves getting a big first down right there. They needed that one. Right into coverage, but Reeves manages to pull it in and bring it down. 1st and 10 from near the 50-yard line. Reeves coming across in motion. Smokey's got a little bit of time, throws it quick. Gets a couple there, hitting Reeves again. Back-to-back plays. This one only for 4 on that play. Going heavy, got the fullback in, but it's a play-action bootleg, and he throws it to the fullback. But Gary Green not going to get much green on that one. 3rd and 6. They sniffed it out. Gary Green, not necessarily known as an elite receiving back out of the backfield. Empty set for Smith, who's under duress. Tipped in the air. Luckily not intercepted. Trying to hit Josh Mitchell. Yowzers. That was close. Unfortunately, they're going to have to punt it away here. Brackett gets another boomer. This time, bit more coffin corner. Gets him out. See where they spot that. Kyle Bayless, speaking of spotted, he's got 2 touchdowns to the Dukes 0. Spotting themselves an early lead as they're going to start from right around the 8-yard line. 1st and 10, shotgun set. He's got a single back in there with him. I think that's Carlos Hyde. Play action, fires it deep, and it's intercepted just like that. Intercepted, returned back to the 20. Huge play there, and who else would it be? It's DeAndre Gregory. We've got an injury. Gregory might have tweaked something on the INT, but he does not want to go in that medical tent, so he is just sitting on the bench there. Gave himself a little timeout. 1st and 10, Dukes right back in it here. Smokey out of the shotgun, fires it. Ooh, a little low. Had Clint Snyder sitting there at the hash. Wide open, but dirted it. Got again, 2nd and 10. This time finds Reeves. Trying to make a little move there. 6 yards after a quick hitch route. Staying in the shotgun. He's got Tomlinson to his left. Got trips right in a bunch formation. Smith hits Snyder, and he holds on. Big catch from the big man. Absolutely what you want to see. That's why you have a tight end like that. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Trips right again, but more spread. Smokey trying to find it. Looked like it got tipped or hit a player near the line. Staying in that shotgun with Tomlinson flanked to his left. Fakes the handoff, but he's getting pressured. Throws it in, fires it in for a touchdown. Albuquerque. DeMar Briggs saying, show me your muscles, because he muscled that one, draped by the defender who's trying to rip the ball out, and he hangs on for a big touchdown to get them back into this one, assuming Farmer hits it here, which I'm sure he will. This is a 1-score game now. Let's go. Dukes helped big time by that DeAndre Gregory interception. Let's see if that was enough time for Gregory to get back out on the field, or if that was all for him tonight. Oh, and the return team cannot block the coverage as the cover team comes down and blows him up there. Starting from about the 14-yard line. Ooh, low snap, hands it off up the gut. Only getting 2 yards there. Not exactly what they were looking for. Oh, a little pushing and shoving. That looked like Doug Spencer on that one. Bit of a power formation here. Got the fullback in. Trying to hit the hole. Michael Hyde just cannot do it. As the Dukes defense is tightening up now. And that is the end of the first quarter. Thank you so much for hanging out here with us. 14-7. The Sting are up on Albuquerque. And like that, we're back. 3rd and 8, Bayless in the shotgun. Looks like he's got Ricky Rice flanked out to his left. Everybody going out on routes. Bayless chucking it deep, and he's got a receiver wide open, streaking down the sideline. That's gonna be another touchdown. Was that JT Rush, it looked like, on that one? Bayless throws a seed down the seam. And nobody ever was going to catch up to a big JT Rush, rumbling and stumbling. He is a physical receiver, but he didn't have to use any of his physicality there. He was able to just run straight down the middle, busted coverage. Yowzers. And Dukes are going to get the ball back. They just got it a little closer, and now they're looking at another 2-score deficit. As Smokey Smith saying he's a little confused that he's seeing this. Well, we're with you, Smoke. What's going on here? Shotgun set on 1st down. Tomlinson stays in for the pass protection. Smokey, whoa, firing into coverage, but it's complete. Ladarius Tiller making the play there. 2nd and 5, staying in the shotgun here. Bringing a little motion outside in, gets the completion. Orlando Richards. Smokey saying, let's go, pick up the pace here. First down, 12-25, hands off to Tomlinson, shifting and shiving. Getting a nice 5-yard gain out of the shotgun delayed handoff there. Now back under center. Judkins shifts out to the edge. He's back up to the 50, down to the 41, man to beat, and finally gets dragged out of bounds but stays on his feet. Huge run for Neo Judkins. The one is one of the only ones making some big plays for the Dukes so far here. They got to keep feeding that man the ball. Makes a little shimmy shake in the backfield, then fights off the tackler. Breaks it for a lot more. Staying in the shotgun. Hitting his receiver out of the backfield. That's Judkins again, getting swarmed by defenders after a 4-yard gain. juking out the invisible defender. Absolutely. Your boy Skip was so excited up here that he unplugged his microphone as Smokey Smith makes an incredible play to get across the goal line and get the Dukes back into a one-score game here. Smokey Smith and the offense doing everything they can to stay in this game. The Dukes defense has got to make a stop here as the Sting return it out of the end zone to around the 15-yard line. So we see JT Rush had that one catch for 84 yards and a touchdown earlier. That is a night that he likes to see. Dual backs in the shotgun here. Hands it off. He's got plenty of space. They are just gashing the interior of this Dukes defense. Wow. Michael Hyde is just having himself a day. Every time he touches the ball, he just one cut up the gut, and there's another one. This time it's Ricky Rice getting 5 yards. .6:10 left here as Bayless is under center, 2nd and 5. Another power set. Bringing the tight end left to right. They're going to try to run right side off tackle, but the defense stops him in the backfield for maybe the first time all day or all night. 3rd and 4. Trips right. Sending the halfback out to the edge. That looks like Ricky Rice. Now it's an empty set. Bayless fires it, and it's complete to JT Rush. Getting his 2nd catch of the game, and it's a big one. .445 here in the first half left. Bayless play action out of the shotgun. Finds a receiver, throws it right behind the defender. Hitting Freeman. It's Brandon Freeman. Oof, tough. Yeah, put it right on that back pocket. Hard to do much about that one. Brian Moreland caught off guard. And then again, another gashing run off the right tackle side as Hyde is having his way here in the first half. 2nd and 5, 3:30 left in the half. Bayless hands off to Hyde again, and he gets the first down off the right tackle spot. Nice. Shotgun set, fires it into coverage. Looking at 2nd and 10 here. Just under 250. Fakes the handoff, hits Rush by the boundary, who gets past the sticks. That's a first down. They are feeling it right now. He's looking, getting flushed out of the pocket, throwing against his body as he gets brought down, just barely avoiding the sack there. Albuquerque trying to tighten up. Shotgun again, hands off to Ricky Rice. Still makes a nice 5-yard pickup there. This Dukes defense really selling out on the pass here, getting chewed up in the run game. That is the 2-minute warning, 21-14 lead for Salt Lake City. See, we got Brandon Smith of the Brawlers checking into the game, watching Bayless, 3rd and 5. Got time, throws it complete inside the 10 for a first down. Nice play for the Sting there as Fowler getting a tough catch in traffic. That's Randy Fowler, the Texas A&M tight end. As the Dukes take a timeout there. We're nearing completion on this first half. Salt Lake City trying to punch in another touchdown here. They've had some huge plays in this first half. Bayless getting flushed, feeling the pressure, gets rid of it. Probably the best thing he could have done right there. Empty set, Bayless looking, feeling the heat again. Throws it away again. Staying in that empty set. They are determined to try to throw this in here. Bayless probably going to force one, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Brought out, probably should have just kneeled it, but that's a huge play by safety Bart Edwards. He is a Swiss Army knife for this team. Making a big stop there, exactly what the doctor ordered. They knew Bayless was just going to try to fire one in there, and they were sitting on it. Sticky, picky. Neo Judkins, 8 carries, 61 yards so far here tonight. Not a ton of touches, but he has made the most of them. Let's see what they do here, backed up into the shadow of their own goalpost. Gets a yard. Yeah, it's going to be tough sledding here. Out of the shotgun. Smokey looking. Fires to the boundary. That's Tomlinson getting a couple more. They may be content to just let the time tick away here. One more play, 3rd and 4. 20 seconds left by the time they snap it. Smith fires one deep, and he misses his man. Oh, he just missed him. They're going to punt it away from inside their own end zone. As Manny Butler celebrating the break up there. Bracket. End over end. Return by Ricky Rice? No. No return, 11 seconds. Not sure what Salt Lake City's going to do here. Probably just hand it off, call it a half. There we go, hands it up the gut again. Another monster run. This time they're going to take the timeout. They might be in field goal range with one more quick pass here. Duke's showing an exotic blitz package. Bayless floats one up. It is caught. Unbelievable. It's caught, but they run out of time. JT Rush makes another huge catch. Incredible first half. This is your boy Skip Lloyd in the booth. 21-14, Salt Lake City. It has been a highlight bonanza through 2 quarters. Let's see what the backups have in store when we get back. You can see from our new kick cam, the kick is away. Return to about the 15, and we're going to see R.J. Ward. R.J. Ward's a mobile quarterback. Certainly got a little bit of a different style than Smokey. More of a dual threat athlete under center here. Start out the 3rd quarter. Hands it off. Nice spin-a-rooney by Tomlinson, but he ends up losing a yard, so how nice was it? Tries the trickeration with the QB keeper, and they lose a few more. Not a great look coming out of the half here. Walt Shelby, I think, was hoping they'd go forward instead of backwards with their first drive. Throws it. Oh, man, he had him. He had him, but R.J. Ward not really known for the touch that Smokey has. So they're going to punt it away again. return. So we're going to see Will Tomlinson now, who did get to start a game or two towards the end of the season last year with Kyle Bayless having a little bit of a injury towards the end of the season. Played all right. Hits Doug Spencer in the flat on that one on first down. It's now 2nd and 4, staying in the shotgun. Spencer trying to make a move, but cannot get there, and it's who else? Jerry Adams, scary Jerry. That guy could start for a lot of defenses. He is the first man off the bench here in Albuquerque. But after tonight, they may be wondering, should we see some more Jerry in the middle after they got absolutely gashed in the first half. This is the Dukes 2 weeks in a row on Smashmouth Saturday Night. So far, not going exactly like the one last week, as Tomlinson hits Spencer on the screen. Just short of the sticks there. But a nice 9-yard pickup on first down off the screen. Oh, he gets sacked just like that. The rookie, Marquez Vanette, coming off the edge. Tomlinson really kind of ran into that one. Big loss after it was 2nd and short. They're now looking at 3rd and 7 out of the shotgun. He's got time. A little bit of shifty feet there in the pocket. Had to reset himself and ends up throwing into coverage. It's broken up, and they're going to have to punt it away, even though they did cross the 50. Nice punt. Is it going to go out of the end zone? It is. That's a touchback. R.J. Ward coming back out. Like we said, R.J. Ward, also a young quarterback, is a year older than Smokey, but not really any more experience. In fact, he's never had an actual start. Oh, as Tomlinson finds the edge, gets a big chunk off the left tackle run there. Huge play for the Dukes. And look at those fresh unis. That leaping bunny, jackalope. Pretty sure it's a bunny. It's Albie, the Dukes bunny. ALBUQUERQUE. 1st and 10 under center for R.J. Ward. Bootleg play action, trying to throw it. Incomplete. See, R.J. Ward is able to make the right reads, but cannot seem to hit the receivers. Hand it off here. Short little gain of only 2 yards. Might have been Tommy Greer on that run. Ward, finally hits a man in the hands, but he can't bring it in. That's rookie J.T. Jackson. Or T.J. Jackson, I'm sorry, I was thinking of J.T. Rush. That's T.J. Jackson, the rookie. Can't bring it in, and Brackett's going to punt it. And Tomlinson's coming back out. See if he can do anything here. Heavy personnel. Fakes the handoff, hits the tight end. Not much, only a gain of 3. Fires it. Complete. Tomlinson had a very big game last week. Over 300 yards passing and a touchdown. But they did still lose that one to Mexico City. See if he can fare any better here. He's already spotted a 7-point lead. Off the edge, he's got plenty of space. That's Spencer flying down the sideline there. Nice, healthy pickup on first down. Staying in the run look. As Ricky Rice trying to get in on it. Now opening it back up with the shotgun here. Got Spencer in the backfield, hands it off. Jerry Adams making sure he's not going anywhere after only a couple yards there. Looking at 3rd and 4. Scary Jerry making the tackle over the middle. Got a bunch right with Spencer in the backfield, but Spencer running out. And he hits the receiver over the middle, and that's a big first down conversion right there. Tomlinson finding his man. And they are now just outside the 30. They get to the 20. That's another first down, and they'll be in the red zone. Hand off to Spencer up the gut. Defense certainly closing down on those runs up the middle here in the second half. Wonder if that's a coaching point or just a lack of talent from the Sting. Oh, great throw and catch to Sherwood over the middle. Wow. How'd he hang on to that one? George Sherwood making a really nice catch as he now hands it off to Spencer once again. Stinger driving here. Just a couple chunk plays, that's all it really takes. Tomlinson finds his man. Oh, he can't hold on. Sherwood was trying to get cute with the one-handed catch, and it did not work. See the Dukes changing it all up on defense pre-snap. He hits his receiver, but quickly brought down after that. That was Jeremy Walker getting the catch on that one. Under center, fakes the handoff to Spencer. He's got a little bit of time, fires it too high out of the back of the end zone. We've got 1:41 left here in the third quarter. 2nd and goal from about the 6-yard line. An offset end around. No, he's brought down for the sack. One too many play fakes on that one. And the Dukes bring him down for a big sack in the red zone. Huge play. They were trying to double fake there, and instead it gets snuffed out. 3rd and goal, a long 3rd and goal. He fires it, and it's complete for the touchdown! Huge play by the Sting. George Sherwood. Sherwood grabbed that one on a long 3rd and goal, draped by the defense. Whitaker trying to knock the ball out, but he can't do it. Sting going back up by 2 scores here. Albuquerque really in a hole here. Taking the return out of the end zone. A nice little shake. Basically just gets him up to the 20. And the Dukes have really had to fight kind of with one arm tied behind their back so far tonight. Is maybe the biggest play for R.J. Ward so far tonight. Hitting Jared Beecham for a gain of about 20. Ward back again. He's got plenty of time. Is he going to climb the pocket? He is. Now we can see what he brings to the table with some legs there. Getting the first down. They're probably going to be just about doing it for the third quarter. The Time ticks away, and we are looking at one more quarter. Put your fours up in the chat if you're still here. As the Dukes are trying to mount a comeback here at home, but their starting defense really did not do them any favors. Smokey Smith, Neo Judkins, those are about the only guys that came to play so far for the Dukes tonight, and their nights are over as RJ Ward finds Sam Cross on the crossing route. Sam Cross, the rookie out of Penn State. He's a possession receiver, kind of a big slot, if you will. Ward going in the flat. Yikes. Hits Beecham, but Beecham gets blown up by the defense. You're looking at a 3rd and 8. Well outside of field goal range at the moment. He fires it, but gets rocked as he's letting go by Tracy. And that's going to do it. That's a 4th down right there, and I'm sure they're going to just punt it away. Yep. Brackett might be the MVP for the Dukes tonight, unfortunately. Another high lofting one. But it is going to roll back out of the end zone. A little bounce. Bunny hop bounce. We've got 13 minutes left. As we can see again, it's been all Salt Lake. Big play after big play. The Dukes just getting exposed on defense, which has been the hallmark of their team after last season. So certainly not a great look. But that is a nice tackle right there. Dukes trying to hang in it, but it's tough with 13 minutes left and 2 touchdowns down. Tomlinson, screen to Spencer, who's got the space, but cannot close the distance. His mentor makes a nice tackle. Third and 12. Tomlinson feeling the pressure up the gut. He's got the completion. Huge play. Rick Tootens. Rootin' Tootens. Getting the first down there. They needed that one to melt some more time away here. Back under center. It looks like he's got Ricky Rice in the backfield. Bringing the tight end in motion right to left. Hands it off to Rice, who shakes the first tackle. Shakes the second, but then Swarm. The defense finally catches him. Peppers and company. Shotgun 2nd and 6 for Tomlinson and the Sting. Hands it off to Spencer, who gets eaten up. 3rd and 6. Albuquerque defense trying to make a stand here. Oh, almost intercepted. That could have been a game changer. But he can't hold on. Dorsey, usually not one dropping back in coverage, so kind of got meat mallets for hands. But at least they forced the punt there on 4th and 6. That's a booming punt. See if they can get much on the return past the 20, but not by much. Down maybe around the 22, 23. RJ Ward has not looked very good tonight. Out of the shotgun, see if he can mount a drive here. Got time. Fumbling around the pocket, ends up throwing it away. He could have climbed the pocket. Potentially gotten some big yardage there. The middle was wide open. No receivers, no defenders. Ward. Oh, almost picked off there. Just like that, they're looking at 3rd and 10. This has been kind of the story for Albuquerque on offense tonight. And brought down. just like that. The Sting bring down R.J. Ward. That's Jimmy Tracy. Pulling a little bit of a spin move there. Put the lineman in a blender. And then gets R.J. Ward down to the ground. Punting out of their own end zone again. 9 minutes left here in this game by the time this return. Oh, 9:05, forgive me. If you're still hanging tough, throw a Rivals in the chat. As the Sting come back out once again. Spencer slicing up the gut. Another huge run for Salt Lake. Back under center. Fights off the defense, but ultimately trips himself up. Spreading it back out here on 3rd and 7. But they are milking the clock now. Just over 7 minutes. Tomlinson fires it. Complete for the first down. Over the middle. He hits Tootens again. So look at this one. Tomlinson finds the receiver. The defender playing that trail coverage. Hard to stop it when it's an in-cutting route over the middle like that. Again, they're milking the clock. 6:30. Hands off. Is that Ricky Rice? No, it's Spencer again. They're staying spread out here in this shotgun single back set. Another handoff. Fighting for it. Third and 3. Just over 5 minutes left. Tomlinson hits Spencer out of the backfield, makes the first man miss, and he's just short of it. It looked like he got it, but a huge tackle saves the first down there, and they're gonna go for it. Why not? Under 5 minutes left in the game. 2-touchdown lead. Up the gut where they've had it all day, and they get it again. And on top of it, pour salt in the wound. His mentor, one of the starting linebackers who is for some reason still taking snaps here late in the game, Christopher Mentor. Tomlinson fading back, throws it out of bounds. The Dukes are pretty thin at linebacker. They do not carry a ton of them. So that could be trouble. Tomlinson, play action, hits the tight. No! Does not hit anybody. Pass broken up, 3rd and 10. 4.5 minutes left here in the game. This one is flying by. Handoff. Dropped after only a yard. That's Dorsey. Getting a big tackle there. They're going to force him to kick. Just like that, here's the kick. And it's good. Smokey Smith saying the only way he'll feel better about this is if the Sting win 11 games this season. Well, they won 10 last season, so not outside the realm of possibility. They've certainly gotten better. minutes and 50 seconds left here in this game. R.J. Ward out of the shotgun, 1st and 10. Throws it, finally a completion across down the sideline. That's probably one of the biggest plays for R.J. Ward all game. Yowzas. Ward got time, finally runs it, taken off up to 50, 45, slides down near the 43. Now they're in the no huddle, obviously. This is the best R.J. Ward is ever gonna look when he's just quick, make a read or run. Throws almost intercepted into coverage. Staying in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. Fires it down the sideline, caught. That's Tomlinson sneaking down the sideline. Let's see what they do with it here. Put a little respect on it, get a touchdown late here. Ward fires it, another completion over the middle. Let's go. The Dukes coming alive here at the end of the game, but probably too little too late. It's a 3-score game at this point. Oh, he's flushed out of the pocket, throws it out of the back of the end zone. Best thing he could do there. Don't take the sack. We see a lot of young quarterbacks in this league get turned around, start running backwards, and taking a nasty loss. 2nd and goal. Flings it. Oh, they're fighting for it. Man, they're putting a lot of the starters back in here. Mix it in guys like Reeves. Under center. He's drifting. Running. Throws it. Almost intercepted. Wow. Man, they were driving all the way down and just cannot close the door, but they're going to go for it. Why not? 4th and goal, 2.5 minutes left. Let's see what R.J. Ward's got. Oh, almost intercepted. That's going to put the capper on this one. He was going for Beecham. They were denied. All Tomlinson has to do now is hand it off a couple times, and this one's over. Two and a half minutes, 31-14 Salt Lake. They have been up since the very start of this one and have not really looked back. Spencer running up the gut, getting a nice 6-yard carry there. They'll probably let it go down to the 2-minute. They do. Albuquerque getting shown up here at home at the Rabbit Hole, leaving a bad taste in their mouth right now. Getting off again, this time stopped in the backfield. Doesn't look like anybody's going to bother to take a timeout on this one. Hands off to Spencer, off the edge, and he's got it, and then some, up past the 30. Wow. The Dukes have just been embarrassed by big play after big play against their defense all night. Coach Shelby has got to get a handle on this. When they're running it hard on you in garbage time, that is not a good look. And this might be the last snap, but they're out of the shotgun. They'll probably just hand it off. They do. Oh, and he breaks it again. Wow. It's Levine making the run there. Empty set. See if they even snap it on 3rd and 3, 2, 1. And that's the ball game. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's your boy Skip Lloyd in the booth. This one is all Salt Lake here tonight, 31-14, as the Dukes got a lot to think about after this one. Don't forget, we've got one more week of preseason, which will wrap up with the Ice Pack and the Crusaders on Smashmouth Saturday Night. But hey, the Dukes have got more prime time as they're taking on the Reign for Friday Night Frenzy. And the Hoplites will be hosting the Mojo on Throwdown Thursday night. This is Skip Lloyd for Football Rivals saying thanks again, and we'll catch you real soon.